World champion Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. It's a beautiful day for a ball game in Atlanta, Georgia. The skies are clear, and the Braves go for a 3-game sweep over their western foes, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Good pitching matchup. Arizona's best, Merrill Kelly, is on the mound. Braves ace Max Fried, a double-digit winner, tries to complete the sweep. Hi again, friends. Chip and Jeff, great to be back with you for Braves baseball. Can you believe it? The final day of regular season play for the Braves in July. It's been a great month, partner. Hopefully Atlanta can finish it with another win.
Yeah, I think we should have had the home run derby last night, but today from last night. But with that being said, this Braves team in July has been outstanding. 17-8. We've talked about Austin Riley and Matt Olson the last few nights, how they lead in NL and home runs and RBIs. What I want to talk to, the pitching staff has been outstanding. They've given a chance for that offense to keep tacking on runs, and the Braves are going to have to continue to play like this because they got 2 big months coming up here soon.
Big start for Max Fried. First home start since the All-Star break. He's been awfully good here.
He's been great here at Truist Park. And if you think, Max had 9 days off. So last time I thought, it took him a while to get in a rhythm. But you see those last 7 home starts, 3-1 with under a 2, 6 quality starts. Anytime he gets the ball, you feel great about it. Chance to sweep today with him on the mound. You feel awesome.
Well, we'll see what happens. Great matchup. Kelly and Fried, Braves and Diamondbacks. Beautiful day for baseball. Big crowd here at Truist Park as we wrap up Alumni Weekend here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's the Braves, it's the Diamondbacks. Kelly and Paul will join us in just a bit. We'll have lineups and first pitch coming up next on Bally Sports.
Baseball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, Delta Airlines, keep climbing, and by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
We've got a baseball doubleheader at Truist Park today. The Braves and Diamondbacks play a major league game later on tonight. We'll have the Hank Aaron Invitational. Billy Aaron, Ambassador Andrew Young, and Ken Griffey Jr. will be here for that after the Braves hopefully sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks on a beautiful afternoon for baseball in Atlanta. Here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Torey Lovullo's squad, 45 and 55 on the year. Carson Kelly will be the leadoff man. It's the all-Kelly battery for the Arizona Ball Club. And Max Fried is on the mound for the Braves. Jeff looking for his 11th victory. And as you mentioned, he's been very, very good here at Truist Park.
He has, and one reason, no home runs, last 52 1/3 for Max Fried. He's got the great home ERA at 2.72, and you expect him to come out and throw a good ball game today. So looking ahead, my 4 keys, that's probably the first one I'm going to have, Chip. A bounce back for Max. Not many times you have talked about a bounce back, but it's not as sharp as he wanted in Philadelphia. But he hadn't pitched in 9 or 10 days. So I think you started to see him throw a little better, and you expect him to have a good one. And offensively, you can be aggressive. Merrill Kelly, no walks his last 2 outings. So he's going to come after hitters. Went 8 innings last start against the Dodgers, or against the Giants. So it should be a great pitching matchup today here at Truist Park.
Yeah, 2 10-game winners. Getting after it in Game 3 of the series. Braves at 61 and 41 on the year. They remain 3 games behind the New York Mets. The Mets are in Miami today. We'll keep you updated on that score. It'll be Taijuan Walker and Pablo Lopez down at Lone Depot Park. So Carson Kelly is leading off. He's the Arizona catcher. 1 for 4 is he in the series. One thing to keep in mind, this Arizona club hits lefties well. We'll explain after the pitch. And it's a blazing strike. 0-1 your count. 87 degrees at first pitch here in Atlanta. Big crowd still filing in on this sunny Sunday. Diamondbacks, despite being 10 games under 500, Jeff, are 3 games over 500 against left-handed pitching. 16 and 13 this year.
Get more power from that side, that's for sure.
Pretty pitch.
But you don't face many lefties at the same point like Max Fried.
It was 1-0 in 2 career starts against the Diamondbacks. It's been a couple of years since Max has faced the Arizona club. And he's working quickly ahead in the count. And popped into right. Olson, long run. Acuna sees that bounce in the middle of the warning track. Ronald never got there in right field. And a swing on the house for Carson Kelly. One-two pitch. It's tipped and caught. That was filthy and on the hands of the Arizona catcher. Max Fried has his first strikeout.
Boy, not an easy pitch. You've seen fastballs away. All of a sudden you get that ball cutting a little bit at 95. Beautiful pitch.
Third baseman Josh Rojas is the second place hitter today. Rojas hitting .330 in the last month. Nice looking player. Not a lot of power, but he's getting on base, hitting .278 for Arizona. I mentioned this in the series opener, Jeff. The Diamondbacks, a very young team, especially in trading David Peralta yesterday to Tampa Bay. Arizona has had the most games played by rookies of any team in Major League Baseball.
So that's the thing. You look at them coming there, but their pitching, we talked about Merrill Kelly, Zach Gallen, Madison Bumgarner. They got a pretty good little staff like that. It's trying to get these position players to come along, start producing. Like anything, it's so hard learning on the job at the big league level when you're facing guys like Max Fried.
And in their division.
Yep.
Let's face it, you're up against the Dodgers, the Padres. You have to pitch and play in Colorado. Frankly, Arizona, not an easy place with the hitter-friendly conditions there. But it can be done. They've got a World's Championship, you'll recall. And they're trying to build for a promising future with all these youngsters in their lineup, including Josh Rojas, who's ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike. Josh knows that was ball 4.
Oh, I love that.
Great audio work.
You have a 3-1 count. You know, just as a hitter, you know, you just swung at ball 4 and let him out. Now you know at 3-2 he let Max back in the count.
So let's see if Max has something filthy in store here. The payoff pitch is lined off the netting foul. If you missed last night's game, it was a terrific one. Atlanta beat Arizona 6-2. Ian Anderson had a resurgent start. 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball with a career high tying 9 strikeouts. And a swing and a miss. Instead of ball 4, it's back-to-back strikeouts. 2 up, 2 down.
Now look at that pitch. No chance to lay off that pitch. No chance. And that's why as a hitter you're frustrated. You got 3-1. You had your chance to get a walk and you gave a guy like Max another pitch. He's going to take advantage.
So Ketel Marte is the batter. He's 1 for 8 in the series. Marte, a switch hitter, batting right-handed, where he's hit 3 home runs. 3 of his 10 have come from this side of the plate. At the plate, but low. Ball 1.
You talk about Ian Anderson real quick last night. The best we've seen his fastball, I feel like, this year. At least one of the top games we've seen it. He attacked at 94, 95 and threw it for strikes and got ahead.
I loved his comments after the game when evaluating his performance. And look, Ian's a stand-up kid. When things weren't going well, he was honest.
He answered the bell every time.
He said last night, I just kind of had the heck with it attitude, attacked and let her fly pitch by pitch, which is what you suggested before the game.
Yeah, look, you get out there, you can't do anything about the last 2-3 starts you had. You got to look forward to it, and he threw a gem. And again, I think we both agreed, Chip, it was a big start for him from a confidence standpoint too, because right now he's on line to make what his next start probably Friday. If they stay with the 5-man rotate, you know, through the off day. So for him, that was a big start confidence-wise going up in New York next week.
That's right. The Braves have a 5-game series coming up with the Mets beginning Thursday. 2 balls and a strike. And Fried back in the count, evens it up to Marte. It's 2-2.
Yeah, because you always hear players and even managers, which I laugh, you know, they'll be asked about the series next week in New York, and they'll say, hey, it's just a normal game. It's like a game today. And you can sit there and say that, but as players, you know what you're going into. You got a chance to prove a point. You know, you'll be a couple games behind going in. It's a great opportunity.
Hammered down the line and pulled foul. It's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. As exciting as that Mets series will be, we are doing what this team does not do. They do not look ahead. They are focused on this game. Then with the day off tomorrow, you've got the Phillies in for a couple of quick ball games here at Truist Park, then the long road trip. Fouled away again. Marte making Fried work here. 2-2. Pitch number 19 of the inning. And he struck out the side to start game 3. Max Fried continues his dazzling work at home. He got Kelly to swing and miss. Rojas struck out with a wave. And Marte, number 3. Here come the Braves in the first. In the top of the first. Now here come the Braves and the Toyota starting lineup presented by Brian Snitker. The Braves are 14 games over 500 here at home and hope to get Ronald Acuna Jr. going on this final day of competition for the Braves in July. Dansby Swanson, Matt Olson have been hot. William Contreras, a 2-homer game. That's why he's serving as Snit's DH here in game 3. The Braves are running into Arizona's best. Merrill Kelly is a 10-game winner, and he's on a great roll.
Yeah, he's 4-0 with a 1.57 in his last 5 starts. I just mentioned he's coming off that 8 innings of 3-hit, no run against the San Francisco Giants. He's got a fastball changeup, and one of his best pitches is his cutter. That really tries to expand the zone to these righties. Again, no walks last 2 starts.
Kelly's a nice story. He was originally a mid-round draft pick by Tampa Bay, was stuck on their roster for a while, wasn't going anywhere with the Rays, went to Korea and pitched for 4 seasons. His fastball velocity increased. He was a local kid from the Phoenix area. The Diamondbacks signed him and have since extended his contract. And here he is, 10-5, Jeff, for a team that's 10 games under 500.
One of the bright spots in that rotation for sure.
So he's making his first start against the Braves at Truist Park. He's 0-2 against Atlanta. And Acuna has an even count. Ronald had an infield hit last night. He had a single and his 100th career stolen base on Friday evening. So Acuna's got hits in back-to-back games. Trying to finish off what's been a difficult month of July. Sinker, strike 2.
Same with Kelly. Does a good job just keeping that ball down in the zone. Does not elevate it a lot.
Well, they had a guy years ago who knew how to do that. Brandon Webb.
Yeah, I mean, that's my left shin is named Brandon Webb.
Wore it out, did he?
Oh my gosh.
That turbo sinker. Boy, what a great pitcher he was before arm problems.
07-08, he was as good as there was in the National League.
1-2 count. Broken bat into the shift. Funny spin. And the peg to first. Almost pulled Walker off the bag, but Buddy Kennedy takes care of Acuna. And there's out number 1.
He's got that sinker at 92, 93, but then he throws that changeup at 88 off it. So not a huge difference in miles per hour, but just enough. He's going to get ground balls.
So Kelly trying to be the stopper. He's won 5 straight road games. And he's got his handful with the Braves offense and Max Fried on the mound against him. Here's Dansby. Popped up, first pitch. Jordan Luplow in right field will gather that in quickly. And 2 are out. Jeff, this is right where the Braves want them. 2 outs. The Braves have been awfully productive, including in this spot last night where Matt Olson hit a home run, his 21st as an Atlanta Brave.
The Braves really been able to set the tone early these 2 games so far. Now including this game, Arizona 0 for 9 in the first inning. Braves have mowed them down, whereas Atlanta 5 for 11 with 2 home runs.
Matt Olson's had a very productive month of July. 9 home runs. He's knocked in 25 men for the Braves. And so this will be a fun matchup. Olson likes the ball down. Kelly keeps the ball down. Let's see who wins out here in the Braves' first matchup with the Arizona right-hander this year. The pitch.
There's that changeup. 2-0. Hunting a fastball.
That's foul past first, and Matt faces a 2-ball, 2-strike count. That's how you win a lot of games.
Yeah.
When the heart of your order comes up with 2 outs and they come through. Let's see what Olson does here in the Braves' first inning. Something else Matt does too. He'll take ball 4.
Yeah, he's got a good eye. Not going to get him to chase too much out of the zone.
Olson, the club leader in walks with 51 of them, but not this time. Kelly strikes him out, and we are through a perfect first inning. Fried and Kelly, the duel is on. We head to the second inning. Jeffrey, good starts by 2 really good starters who've been rolling since June 1st. Max Fried and Merrill Kelly. That's today's Discover matchup.
And we figured that first inning, if it has any sequence, what's going to happen. You see, so far both guys have been outstanding since June 1st. Braves actually, though, in 2 career starts against Merrill Kelly with a 6.23 ERA for him, who's allowed 3 home runs. Also, a different pitcher than what they faced in the past. Pitching with a lot more confidence.
Christian Walker leads off for the Diamondbacks. Max Fried struck out the side in his first inning, and Walker, looking for his first hit of the series, enters play hitting .199 with 23 home runs. Little chopper hit to the left side. Riley, tricky hop, stayed with it and threw a strike.
Yeah, ball kind of stayed down on him on that hop, but good job by Austin.
Buddy Kennedy is the hitter, hitting .237. 1 home run. That home run, though, a grand slam. That's a great way to have a.
Yeah, might as well make it count, right?
First home run for a season. Kennedy 0 for 3 in this series. The pitch. One thing we noticed about Max at his last start, it was very muggy, very humid in Philadelphia. He really had trouble keeping his hand dry. We'll follow that as our game moseys along here. His 24th pitch is driven in the air again toward right. Acuna on the run. He stops just inside foul ground and makes that play for the second out. 5 up, 5 down for Fried, and Jake McCarthy the hitter.
I was going to say, if you're this economical, you should be able to get back in the dugout, not worried about sweating today. So far, really a good plan of attack for Max.
Jake McCarthy, good looking young hitter. 263 average, hits lefties well. There are many who say that McCarthy, a kid named Corbin Carroll, and Andrew Jones' son, is the outfield of the future for the Arizona Diamondbacks. McCarthy hits lefties well, a 270 mark against them. And this one is nubbed softly to third. Easy play for Riley, and Max Fried rolling. 6 up, 6 down. We head to the second.
In the second, Austin Riley leading things off this inning, a very good candidate for National League Player of the Month. And what's been fun over the last week or so is the starting Braves pitchers have been asked how they would attack this guy if he was up there. And, you know, I thought Kyle Wright's answer was great, saying this is a superstar we're watching right now. Anytime he steps in the box, we're just wondering how far and how hard he's going to hit it. You know, you can't really throw him a strike. Anything in there, he's doing damage on. And that's what's so impressive about his at-bats. It's not just hits, guys. He's doing damage. And he goes, I also don't want to overlook that Gold Glove defense he's playing for us over there at the hot corner as well. So Kyle Wright was great. If we have time later, I got to tell you what Spencer Strider had to say about it. Apparently, he thinks he's got the edge in that matchup. But anyway, Austin Riley doing damage.
Indeed he is, Kelly. 11 homers and a .420 batting average this month.
Spencer's got the edge, huh?
That's a tough vote, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, if he does know, I hope he doesn't say anything, because you don't want any other pitchers to figure it out. Right now, Austin Riley's in a good groove. Look at that month. Think that means Player of the Month?
Should. What he's doing is very rare. The last player to have 10 or more homers and finish the month with an average over 400 was Ryan Zimmerman. Chipper Jones is the last Brave to do it, ironically, in July of 1999.
We all know how that ended up.
No balls, 2 strikes. For the Braves cleanup man, Austin Riley. That ball smoked to right field. Well hit. That ball is up off the bricks. Well played in right. Luke Low's throw is going to be late. Another extra base hit for Riley. 30th double. And his sizzling July continues here at Truist Park.
Oh, what a great piece of hitting. The ball, he was trying to go farther outside. Left it a little bit, but stays through it. Nice. Now for the month of July, 43 hits for Austin Riley, 24 RBIs and only 20 strikeouts.
How about 60 extra base hits before August? So you've got him over. Now you got to get him in. Rosario, d'Arnaud, and Contreras coming up. Rosario's bat looking better and better with each passing day. As he swings the first one and pops it to the left side. That won't move the runner up. 1 out.
I was just about to say, he had a nice triple down the right field line last night, and on that one just got him out front.
Travis d'Arnaud, the Braves catcher today. Ian Contreras back-to-back in the lineup today. Struggling Marcell Ozuna gets the day off. Contreras with his hot bat gets to play here in game 3. d'Arnaud with 40 RBIs, a chance with 1 out to give the Braves a second inning lead.
that's the great thing with Contreras swinging the bat the way he has last night. 2 home runs, a single to right. You can get him in there today as a DH, rest his legs. But you know what? Give me 4 good ABs, maybe 5.
A lot of room on the right side for d'Arnaud as Kelly checks Riley at second.
Always Brian Snitker took it from, I know, Bobby Cox, but I've always been a fan too. If a guy's scuffling a little bit, you know, you give him the day off today with a day off tomorrow. You come back Tuesday and it's, you know, full 72 hours that you kind of get, you know, Chip, to get away, clear your mind a little bit.
There's a strike. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Another great note on Austin Riley's double here leading off the inning. It's his 25th extra base hit this month. That ties him with Hank Aaron, who had 25 extra base hits in 1961 in July.
Wow.
So d'Arnaud way ahead in the count. Kelly ready, the 3-1 pitch. It's ball 4, 2 aboard, 1 away, and here's William Contreras. One of the great stories this year for the Braves is the next man up philosophy. When Manny Pena got hurt, Contreras got the call, and the Braves catchers have been smashing the ball since. That's our Bounty quick stat.
Well, that's the great thing. It's not just one guy, it's 2 guys doing it, so they're able to rest, be healthy. The Braves lead MLB in home runs, extra RBIs, extra base hits, you see, and OPS by catchers. Really done a nice job these first 4 months.
Got to tell you, I love his walk-up music, right? The trumpets blaring.
Yeah, why not?
Very festive.
Yeah.
Bit of walk-up music for Contreras, who celebrated with a couple of big flies here last night. For the record, we play the same music for Jeff when he walks into the booth.
Yep.
At 9:30 for his pregame preparations for a 1:30 game.
Gets me locked in.
Little chopper foul. It's 0-2. Here were the home runs for Contreras last night. No cheapies.
No, he got a spinner up on this one. Went to the Braves bullpen. The next one got something out over the plate. And for opposite field home run, we do not see many go all the way back there towards that chop house window. I think that's the 3rd multi-home run game by William this year. If I remember right, had one in Texas. Yeah.
Driven out of play foul. That's into the 3rd deck. So Contreras fighting hard here, down 2 strikes. And didn't chase that.
His first 2 were both on the road, at Texas and at Miami.
You have a 2-homer game in Miami. That's
not an easy. You don't get cheapies down there.
2 on, 1 out. Pitches piling up for Merrill Kelly here. Swing, fly ball, well hit toward left, headed toward that corner, and a nice catch by McCarthy up against the fence, and the ball dropped. So now they're saying the ball dropped and the Diamondbacks are going to get a double play out of it. Late signal, safe or out.
Wow.
And the ball, I guess, dropped. We lose sight of the outfielder when they get to the corner. He had it in his glove.
Did it bang out when he hit into the wall? Because he was going full speed.
Right. And did he go in to make an attempt to get the ball out of his glove? So the Braves want an explanation here. He's got it there.
Oh, that's a catch.
And then he hits the wall and the ball pops out.
Yeah, but he took 2 full steps, didn't he, after he caught it?
So he raised his hand and said out and then safe. So the original call was out, and the Braves saw that. Look, in the old days, you used to have to make an attempt to go into the glove to get the ball, but now ordinary effort. If you grab the ball and, as you said, you take 2 steps,
it's an out.
It should be an out. Now the umpires are going to confer here. The Diamondbacks have walked off the field. For the moment, it's a bad luck double play. It should be 2 outs, runners first and second, after McCarthy made a terrific running catch. So the third base umpire, Chad Fairchild, signaled out, then signaled ball dropped. And quite frankly, the Braves base runners, Riley and d'Arnaud, were caught in no man's land. So no appeal. Arizona escapes the second. Fortunate break for the Diamondbacks. This is a reviewable play. Catch or no catch in the outfield is something a major league manager can challenge. And as you said, Jeff, he had the ball in his glove, took a step and a half, and then hit the wall.
You know, I'm not perfect with the rules, so that's why I'm going to have to. I mean, can a wall break the ball up? But you know, that's the whole thing. Does it depend? How is it? 2 steps? Is it 1 step? Is it 3 steps?
Well, in fairness to the umpire, he saw the catch, and then he saw McCarthy go up against the wall, and the body of McCarthy was shielding the baseball from the umpire. And then as he went to get the glove, the ball dropped down. And obviously Brian Snitker came out and asked the umpire, Paul Emmel and Bruce Dreckman, hey, what are we doing here? And whatever the umpire told Snit apparently satisfied him that there was no need to review the play. So Jordan Luplow is the hitter, and this one on the ground to Riley to his left, and a strong throw gets Luplow 7 up 7 down for Max Fried.
I know, but what I'm saying, there's got to be somewhere in the rule, and that's what we'll see if we can find out. How long do you have to be running to have control? I mean, if that's the case, you could hypothetically, Chip, catch one run as hard as you want for five feet into the wall and drop the ball.
Well, as I said, it used to be you had to go into the glove and attempt to get the ball out of your glove.
I thought they'd changed that, though.
And that obviously didn't happen with McCarthy. As Dalton Varsho is the hitter. So I guess then the question is, to your point, how many steps is enough? Rule 5.09 says a ball hit to the outfield is not a catch if immediately following his contact with the ball, the outfielder collides with the wall, and as a result of that collision, the ball is dropped.
I just felt like that was not immediately, but
that's the interpretation, right?
Up to the umpires.
But it hasn't bothered Max Fried, has it? He set down 8 straight, 4 of them via strikeout.
Well, and now going back for 0 for 27. 0 for 26, sorry. No, actually 0 for 27 because of that fielder's choice. There was an error that day in the 3rd inning. The Diamondbacks are in the first 3 innings for this whole series.
They've got no hit.
No hit.
And last night had 1 hit through 6 innings against Ian Anderson. So the Braves have certainly set the tone on the mound in the early moments of these first 3 games as Geraldo Perdomo digs in. Good looking young shortstop, hitting .201 with 3 homers.
Play almost reminds you of like an NFL wide receiver. How many catches do you need before you get popped and it's non-football play? I mean, that's
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, that's the beauty of the game. It is ultimately up to judgment, and in Chad Fairchild's judgment, Walker didn't go far enough.
But I understand what Austin Riley's saying. If you all of a sudden see a guy catch the ball and take 2 steps before he hits the wall, I'm going back to second base also.
Well, and the umpire originally signaled out.
Yeah.
And you know that's what everybody's seeing too. So tough break. As this one on the ground to second. Arcia's got that. Arizona still hitless in the first 3 innings in each of the 3 games of this series in Atlanta. As always, brought to you by our friends at Truist. Kelly Kroll, Jeff Francoeur, Chip Carey with you for Game 3. Max Fried, 9 up, 9 down. He's looking great. Braves go back to work in the 3rd inning versus Merrill Kelly with Orlando Arcia, Michael Harris, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Another great crowd on the final day of big league action for the Braves in July.
What a great month. Even better to finish it with a sweep.
And the Braves have gone 17-8 this month after a 21-win June. So Arcia's first at bat. And Merrill Kelly pumps in a strike. Orlando a couple of hits in the series. Both of them last night. One of them was an RBI hit. This one popped toward Luplow and right. And Michael Harris is coming up. Michael Harris has made a huge impact, as you know, on the Braves this year. Not only his Gold Glove caliber defense, Jeff, but serving as a secondary leadoff man for the Braves. I mean, he's done everything. 11 steals, 9 homers, hitting .280, and hits lefties well too. What's not to like about young Michael Harris, who's 1 for 5 in the series? And he shoots this one to the left side. Double clutch, and that almost cost Perdomo.
Wow, he got a strong arm because he double clutched. I thought Harris, great speed, just was able to beat him to the bag. He knew he had to fire that ball. Hits him by a half step.
So back to the top. Ronald is the hitter. He grounded out into the shift his first time up. Jeff, we mentioned at the start of the series all the extra work, pregame hitting work that Ronald did on the field in the cage. You said last night it may take a handful of games for that.
Well, like I said,
tweak to work.
Yeah, you feel good in the cage about it, but like anything, if you're flipping the ball or throwing BP, you know, you feel like you're going to square quite a few up. Sometimes it takes, you know, a little bit to carry over to the game. You know, you keep working on it every day you get to the field, and eventually when it clicks, it's going to click. And for him, it's going to make up a lot of lost time.
Someone is going to pay. Maybe Kelly will be that man for the Braves, as that one is a bullet between the second baseman and shortstop. They had Acuna in a shift, and Ronald now with a 3-game hitting streak. That is the Braves' second hit.
Good piece of hitting. You know, Ronald, if you go back, even when you watched him in the home run derby, you know, he was trying to kind of pull everything. And he's a guy, if you remember the home run derby back in Cleveland, he was shooting at right center 440. And so I think for him, it's getting back to using the whole field. He's so powerful. And when he starts doing that, it's going to open everything up again.
Let's see if the Braves put him in motion with 2 outs here. Ronald with 22 steals. Dansby flied out his first time up. So the Braves shortstop, originally drafted by the Diamondbacks, you recall, he is 0 for 1 today. Driven toward the right field corner, but that's going to curl into the stands. 0-1 is your count. Kelly was halfway out of his catcher's crouch just in case Ronald thought about taking off.
You don't see too many pitch outs anymore, and that's pretty much what that was.
Well, Kelly looks to be quite calm and collected. He's blowing bubbles on the mound in a scoreless game with this part of the lineup up. One ball, two strikes.
See Dansby mad at himself there. Got a good pitch to drive. Just a little late.
There's an amazing stat on Swanson. 52 strike hits. He and Xander Bogaerts have the highest total of those. And Dansby has 9 homers and 30 RBIs this year with 2 strikes. But not this time, as Kelly gets him to swing and miss, and Acuna is stranded at first. No score. 3 terrific innings under our belts at Truist Park. Atlanta fans, you can show your love for historically black colleges and universities on HBCU night. That's presented by Truist when the Astros are here for a World Series rematch on Friday, August the 19th. Your HBCU specialty ticket package includes a game ticket, an exclusive Braves drum major bobblehead, and a $3 donation to the Atlanta HBCU Alumni Alliance. Get your tickets today at braves.com/HBCU. Max Fried led her perfect through 3 innings. Jeffrey, 4 strikeouts, 9 up, 9 down for him, as Carson Kelly greets him for a second time.
Only 37 pitches so far, 27 strikes. So it's done a great job of getting ahead of these hitters.
You made an excellent point about Max making his first start. Long extended break with the All-Star game. He needed that. Brian Snitker told us as much. He does look a lot more crisp, a lot sharper with his pitches, which stands to reason. Following that outing against the Phillies up at Citizens Bank. And on the ground right to Dansby. And a perfect throw for out number 1. We see the effect of that for pitchers. Is there a similar effect for hitters who don't participate in the All-Star break? I know you need a break playing every day, but you miss 4 days. Do you feel a little cranky, a little creaky your first couple games?
You might your first game back. And I'll be honest, sometimes you're more mad that you're back playing because you enjoyed those 3 days.
Well, but then once
you get over the fact, hey, I got to play baseball for another 2.5 months, you know, look, I think we checked the good of getting Max 9-10 days off, a nice rest. He's been pitching hard, pitching all season. You know, outweighs the fact that, okay, maybe that first start he's not as sharp, but you can see he's come out here this second game and he looks like the same Max that finished the All-Star break.
Yeah, he's looking like an ace. 10 up, 10 down for Josh Rojas, who struck out in a 1-2-3 first. Max struck out the side. If you're just joining us in the opening inning, Braves have had a couple of base runners. Bad luck double play took him out of a chance to score in the second. That was that controversial play by McCarthy in left field, a catch that wasn't. So here we are in the 4th inning, no score. And right now, Max Jeff is having one of those games where every weapon he wants to use is on point.
Yeah, he's just controlling the tempo of the game, controlling the strike zone. And every hitter right now is looking at 0-2, 1-2.
Way off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fried peers in with one out. Bases empty for Josh Rojas. And now time is called. You mentioned the Mets are in Miami. They've scored first. They lead 3-0. That game in the bottom of the second inning. Down in South Florida. Adam Beck wants to make everybody's on the same page, and now we are. Here it comes on the ground. Arcia to his right, backhand stab, jump throw. Olsen dug it out. Super play on both ends. 2 outs. That's our Zaxby's indescribably good play.
What a great play. That's the thing that's so great too with it. Knowing you have a first baseman like Matt Olson over there, just get the ball in that vicinity on a play like that and you feel good about him making the scoop.
And a man with a shortstop's arm at second base. That changes the geometry of how the Braves can play defensively as well. Dansby mentioned that to Peter Moylan the other day, how he can play his position a little differently on, say, double play opportunities, because Arcia has a cannon for an arm on a double play turn. So a pretty play keeps Max Fried letter perfect. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Marte, with 6 homers in July, is 0 for 1. Max Fried trying to play follow the leader with Ian Anderson, who last night retired the first 14 hitters he saw in the game. Right now Max is 11 for 11. And a 2-1 pitch for the Arizona DH. And a piece of everybody behind the plate.
That slider fastball coming in right now. These Diamondbacks hitters cannot lay off at A, and then they do swing, it's weak contact or swing and miss.
So back-to-back sliders for Max Fried. Let's see what he offers with an even count. So the payoff pitch is on the way from Max Fried. Here she comes. One thing we know about Max, Jeff, he is not afraid to pitch inside.
No, and you know, and not only that, I feel like now he can pitch inside. It's really taken him to being that ace chip is effectively, not just to back guys off, but he can throw it in now for strikes.
Another 3-2, and he lost him with a curveball, and that's the first base runner for the Diamondbacks, Marte, with a 2-out walk.
Max not happy with himself. Oh, trying to overcook that one a little bit.
So the challenge is sometimes get to the stretch for the first time since your bullpen session. It's the 4th inning of a scoreless game. We'll see what Fried has in store for Christian Walker. And this is an Arizona team that swings the bat well against lefties. 6 of Walker's 23 bombs have come against southpaws. Don't want that to happen here. Might recall in the last start for Max in Philly, Jeff, they found something in his pickoff move, or lack of it. They stole a couple of bases off Max Fried.
I would expect Marte to stand a little closer to first this time.
On the ground to third. Soft contact. Riley's got that. The no-hit bid is intact for Max Fried. He's through 4 scoreless innings, and Matt Olson leads off. Watching all these great pictures and sounds, our T-Mobile coverage cam. The walk down the red carpet was awesome. We honor the 40th anniversary of the '82 Western Division winning Braves, and then the Hall of Fame inductions yesterday. Joe Torre, Leo Mazzoni, and Joe Adcock. Ceremonial first pitches, strikes. Colin McHugh from Leo Mazzoni. Robinson Cano, who played for so many years for Joe Torre. It's just been a great, wonderful weekend seeing everybody. And hopefully we can cap it off with a series sweep.
Yeah, I was going to say, one thing left to do, and that's sweep. The only thing missing from this weekend was the rained out home run derby. But BJ was happy about that. So.
And so were your obliques.
That's
as
true.
Matt Olson leads off for the Braves. Scoreless game. And not a bad idea. They gave him a hit if he could have kept it fair. No balls and a strike. What's your favorite memory from this weekend?
Probably seeing, I love, the guys getting in the Hall of Fame like that, seeing, the recognition happen, seeing people at the park, but really just seeing all the players at the park. I think Greg McMichael does such a good job running the alumni program here. And I know other guys have mentioned it while they've been up here the last 2 nights in the booth with us, but it's not like that every other place.
And great for the guys currently in uniform, because when their playing days are done, 15, 20 years, they come back to Atlanta, they'll be remembered just as fondly.
Yep.
So just a super weekend. And it was great talking with Dale Murphy and Leo Mazzoni, Joe Torre up in the booth, TP, Ralph Garr. I mean, what a blessing for all of us. So hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. As Matt takes a called third strike. Late call by Adam Beck. And Olson is strikeout victim number 3, 1 away.
And the problem with that is even though I think it's a ball in, he was set up and kind of hit that spot.
Austin Riley with another double. That was in the second inning. One more extra base hit breaks Hank Aaron's franchise record for a single month. Won't happen in this at bat as Riley rolls out quickly. 2 away in the Braves' 4th. Eddie had a chance to move Riley to third in the second inning, but popped out. So he's 1 for 6 in the series. His first action against the Diamondbacks. You recall Eddie was on the injured list, recovering from retina surgery when the Braves were out in the desert at the end of May and June 1st. It was that June 1st game won by Kyle Wright that was the springboard for a 14-game winning streak and 21 wins in June. For the Braves,
I think we can agree his at bats too have been getting better and better as he's gotten more time now.
Like Max Fried, Kelly's got everything at his disposal. He's got 4 or 5 plus pitches. And he's throwing a lot of strikes. 44 pitches, only 12 out of the strike zone. That's number 13. 1-2 the count.
Matt Olson's down there somewhere saying that's the same pitch you rang me up on.
A swing and a miss sends us to the 5th inning. We've got a great ball game in Atlanta. No score.
To Hyundai Sunday, presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Ah, there's nothing like being serenaded on a Hyundai Sunday here in Atlanta. And we got a great pitchers matchup. Max Fried, a no-hitter through 4 innings. Merrill Kelly has put up zeros in his first 4 frames. So to the 5th we go in Game 3. Buddy Kennedy, Jake McCarthy, and Jordan Luplow, the trio coming up for the Diamondbacks.
So far, a pitching duel for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Kennedy flied out to right. Ooh. Little low, I guess. 1 ball, no strikes for the Arizona second baseman. That one lower, but he got a swing.
Yeah.
Left side, Riley cuts it off. And a laser to first. Good stretch by Matt Olson. Another ground ball out. And that's how the top of the 5th starts. Jake McCarthy is coming up. First, a quick word from Zaxby's.
Fried chicken salad under 600 calories with the dressing? You better believe it. Only at Zaxby's.
Jake McCarthy popped out his first time up. Wide out of play foul. You might recall it was McCarthy last night who picked up Arizona's first hit. It came in the 5th inning off Ian Anderson. Let's subdue this guy here in inning number 5 with the bases empty. Arizona's had 1 base runner. That was a walk last inning. There's no such thing as a fastball count anymore, is there?
No. I mean, you get 2-1, you get a slider at 90. And in the back of your mind as a hitter, you're still up there knowing that you got 95, 96 coming at you possibly.
Ground ball deep short, and McCarthy does it again. So he breaks up the no-hit bid for the 2nd straight game. A 1-out opposite field single for Jake McCarthy.
Yeah, kind of had a nice approach in the fact, realizing I got to try to go the other way. Gets rewarded with a single.
So Jordan Luplow is the hitter. He grounded out his first time up. Did you catch his walk-up music?
No, what was it?
First the pitch. Matthew Kaminsky, the great stadium organist here at Truist Park, played the "Like Mike, If I Could Be Like Mike" jingle from his shoe commercials years ago for Jordan Luplow. How about a double play ball here with 1 out? 2-0.
See there, I mean, they're not getting a lead at first at all on Max Fried. Might have been 3 feet off the bag. 22 career pickoffs.
He really helps himself by controlling that running game. The 2-0 pitch again to first. And in a game like this, you have to control the running game. Runs are going to come at a premium here in game 3, the way that Fried and Merrill Kelly are working. Out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Max set down the first 11 batters. 2 of the last 4 have reached. 1 walk, 1 hit. But he's a ground ball away from sending this game to the home 5th. Scoreless. As Luplow digs in. McCarthy a good lead. And a late timeout called. Fried was already beginning his move to the plate, and Adam Beck said timeout.
Now he went with the slide step that time too. Usually you'll see Max kind of go straight up. Went a little quicker that time.
Now he's got to make a pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Popped up left side and in foul ground. Riley's got that, and Luplow is steamed.
What a fastball by Max. 95, and I'm talking blew up his hands inside. 3-1, you're getting ready, kind of cheat a little bit on that fastball. Look where he's able to get that ball.
That's got to drive you nuts.
Yep.
Again, there's so few fastball counts. You get one and you pop it up.
Yep, and you don't do anything with it.
So Max has the second out. Dalton Varsho is the hitter. This kid's a really good looking player. He can catch. He can play all 3 outfield spots. He is not at all built like your prototypical center fielder, but that's where he's playing, Jeff,
yeah.
And they think he could play there every day if needed. I think he's had a nice series. 3 hits.
He's had a good approach.
A 1 pitch. McCarthy at first, still no score. One ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. Breaking ball high. The throw to second is in time. Dansby with the catch and tag on the shoulder an instant before McCarthy got to the bag. Strong throw from Travis d'Arnaud.
What a beauty, and on a curveball. Able to get it down there quick, and Dansby did a great job slapping that tag down.
So the Braves again control the running game. Catch tag right at the bill of the helmet. Inning over for Arizona. Braves nothing. Diamondbacks nothing. Home 5th coming up.
We are scoreless at Truist Park. It is d'Arnaud, Contreras, and Arcia on the way. And last night you heard Frenchie mention the third multi-home run game for William Contreras, who that's just in 46 starts. And I'll tell you whose eye he really caught. It's Dbacks manager Torey Lovullo last night, who told reporters after the game, guys, not only did he go deep twice, but both were opposite field. He was tracking the ball, letting it go deep, and he looks like a really good young hitter. That's just the first time he's seen him in person, so certainly impressed. And I'll bet you he was kind of hoping he wouldn't have to see him here this afternoon, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Kelly did not want him in that lineup. And not only that, both home runs opposite field, like you said, also his single that he got to right field smoked it. So 3 hits all the other way by a young hitter like that. That's pretty impressive.
So he'll follow Travis d'Arnaud in the Braves' 5th inning. Then Contreras, then Arcia. Merrill Kelly with 4 strikeouts. He scattered just 2 hits. Well, there is nothing like a Sunday afternoon pitcher's duel in a big league game.
I know.
And that is what we've got. Merrill Kelly and Max Fried matching pitch for pitch. And d'Arnaud didn't get that. That is 5 strikeouts. 4 of the last 5 outs have been via strike 3. So 1 away. Here's Contreras. Time, Jeff, to go inside the numbers, and that's brought to you by Hyundai.
Let's talk about how deep this lineup for the Braves is. Not many teams can post these type of numbers. It's the best 7 through 9 production in all of baseball. They lead MLB's in extra base hits, and they're first, of course, in the NL in home runs, only second in MLB behind the Yankees. That's a deep lineup.
Contreras hit the fly ball to left that McCarthy caught, was ruled a non-catch and turned into an unfortunate double play for the Braves in the 2nd inning. So William is 0 for 1. Merrill Kelly, no kid. He's 33 years old and under contract for the next 2 seasons at, by today's standards, very reasonable dollars for the Diamondbacks. So if you're thinking, well, Arizona's trying to stay out of last place, and would they trade somebody like Merrill Kelly? Well, he's doing a great job for them.
Say it'd have to be the right package. I mean, tell you that.
I don't think he's the kind of guy you keep and try to build around your pitching staff with Zach Gallen, who you mentioned. The trading deadline Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. In the dirt for Contreras, ball 3. And speaking of Tuesday, Spencer Strider will open up our series with the Phillies. We checked in with our pals Tom McCarthy and the rest of the Phillies TV crew. They think that's a bullpen game for Philadelphia in game 1. There's a strike, full count. Wednesday, Charlie Morton and Zach Wheeler are scheduled to lock up.
It's a good pitching matchup.
And then we begin the big road trip. Payoff pitch is bounced toward Rojas at third. In between, Hop made a nice play. 2 are out for Orlando Arcia. But first, a quick word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Orlando popped out to right. Oh, Orlando almost fell down. He swung so hard. He tried to leverage.
I was going to say, you think he was trying to hit one in the bullpen?
Man.
Look, he got a 2-0 count, and he got ready for that sinker. He was not going to get cheated on that pitch.
Kelly set down 6 straight after Acuna's 3rd inning hit. And another roller to 3rd. Rojas with a perfect throw, and we are through 5 shutout innings in Atlanta.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. And by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
No score after 5 brilliantly pitched innings so far in Atlanta at Truist Park. The MLB.TV trade deadline sale lets you follow your favorite players wherever they go for $24.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Sale ends August 2nd. Visit MLB.TV for all the details. This is a fun time for fans of teams in contention.
I was going to say, next time the broadcast comes on, could be a few different players on the team. Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
Dalton Varsho leads off, shows bunt, takes a strike. It's 0-1. I asked you this question on Friday, I believe, and for the fans that missed the broadcast, as you evaluate this Braves team realistically, what do you think Alex Anthopoulos is looking for, if anything, with that Tuesday 6 p.m. deadline approaching?
You almost look at one kind of player at both sides. You know, you could use one bat, especially with the ball going down, Chip. In the outfield for me. I think a starting pitching, just because you can never have enough. Strider with the innings, you never know how they're going to do that. And then, of course, you know, I think a bullpen piece or two. It never hurts at the deadline to get a couple pieces down there for that pen.
0-2 to Varsho. Well, one piece of that bullpen puzzle could come into focus. That's if Kirby Yates can come back.
And that's the thing. You feel like, man, if he's able to come back, it's a big pickup also. So I can tell you this, they're not having to go get the guys they had to last year. Team's in a lot different place. If you think about it, last year they went and got those guys and then got hot and got on the run.
And in large part, Ronald got hurt.
Yeah, exactly. You got a team that's 20 games above 500 right now.
This year,
you just want to add a little bit.
And this year you lose Adam Duvall, who 35 homer, 100 RBI guy. Those guys are hard to replace. Who's a Gold Glover to boot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Alex has up his sleeves, as that just missed outside. Full count for Varsho. Nobody on or out in the 6th inning. Don't want to lead off walk. With Perdomo, a bunt candidate, waiting on deck. The pitch. But that's exactly what happened. A leadoff walk. 2nd walk for Fried in the game. Let's see how the Diamondbacks play it. They are anti-analytical with regards to how they play small ball, old style National League baseball. In large part, Jeff, they don't have a ton of power.
No, they actually have 17 sack bunts this year, which leads all of baseball. And like you said, in a game like this, you got your starting pitcher you want out there for them. You know, they got to try to get somebody in scoring position, give them a chance. Mac's been so good today.
Perdomo, 3 sacrifices. This one is going to turn into an infield hit. Perfectly placed bunt. It died on the grass. And now Arizona has 1st and 2nd. Nobody out. Top of the order up. They could bunt again if they want to.
Let me tell you, that's one of the better bunts I've seen in a long time. Off Max. Look at, he lays that, and that thing's right on the edge of the grass. I mean, Austin Riley towards the end here is going to try to see if they'll let it go. Just stays right there.
So for Max Fried, who's been so good all year, that's the 18th infield hit that an opposing team has tallied against him. 18 of the 116 hits he's allowed this year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So now he's got some work to do here with Kelly, who is 0 for 2. He's a double play candidate, a catcher. And just in case he thought about a bunt, Max fires high and outside. Last 20 games for Kelly. 5 homers, 14 RBIs. He's raised his batting average over 100 points in that stretch after a real rough start.
Yeah, I would think if you didn't have lefty on deck, you might think about laying a bunt here, but I have a feeling now you're going to take 3 chances, see if you can get a base hit.
Kelly, Rojas, and Marte are the scheduled hitters. First real threat for the Diamondbacks. A walk and a bunt single. As Fried begins his 3rd trip now through the Arizona lineup. Three straight curveballs to Carson Kelly. Late on a fastball, 2 balls and a strike.
And you talk about the good pitchers, you get sometimes one pitch in AB to do something with. That was a pretty good pitch for him to drive, and he fouled it off, and now you're kind of in a hole.
Two balls, 2 strikes. A strikeout here would be nice.
Mac's done a really good job today of holding runners on. And you're not trying to pick them off every time.
He's ready now with a 2-2 pitch. Yeah, Max was, I mean, a boiling tea kettle in Philadelphia. When the Phillies stole a couple of bases on him, he went to the dugout, looked at the iPad, saw what he was doing, and threw his head back almost in disbelief, as if to say, really?
Well, sometimes he's so good at what he does like that, you know, you might forget a little bit, and you think, man, those are things that can't happen.
But he's corrected it today as he works with a 2-2 count, his 81st pitch. Runners lead. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Fried. That's his 5th in the game. And now a double play ball gets you out of the inning.
One thing that Max can do that not a lot of other pitchers have the ability to do, you get first and second, you get no contact like that and get an out. Now you set yourself up for a ground ball double play, even a fly ball. If you get a guy over to third, you still become the second out. Saw Friday night, what, 3rd inning, Kyle Wright had 2nd and 3rd and no outs. We were talking in here to Southpaw Steve Avery during that, and he talked about limiting damage. Kyle got out of that inning with no runs.
That was in the Arizona 3rd in game 1. Kyle Wright ended up winning his 13th game. That leads all National League pitchers. Fried trying to win number 11 today. 2 on, 1 out. Scoreless. 6th inning. Line drive left. Eddie coming on. He's got it. Chest high catch. That's the best of all worlds. Out 2, no advance.
Yeah, and as a hitter, you think, man, I finally got a pitch. I squared it up right at him, and now Max 1 pitch away from getting out of this with no runs.
So the Braves pondering options with Ketel Marte, the switch hitter and DH, who has struck out and walked. You have Christian Walker batting behind him. Walker is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. So as the Braves talk it over, let's enjoy a quick message from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
Max Fried is doing what aces find a way to do. They have a little trouble. They find a way to minimize damage. Fried is 1 out away from eliminating damage.
Man, if you get out here too, you can flip momentum a little bit. You know, the Braves offense goes in. All right, he just put up another 0. We got to find a way to push a run across. You got kind of the right part of the order coming up with Harris and Acuna and Swanson. Got some speed with power.
Perhaps this stat, Jeff, is what the Braves were talking about.
Yeah, Marte 333 with 2 outs and runners scoring position. Walker, of course, behind him, big power, but big swing and miss too. Only 140.
So the point of that is you do have a base open. It's third base. But Fried has gotten ahead of Ketel Marte with 2 on, now 2 outs. Now he's a strike away. That one hammered off the netting foul. A slider boring in on his hands. So if you're Mr. Marte, what are you looking for from Fried here down 2 strikes?
Well, we know Max will throw any pitch at any time. I think like anything, you're trying to foul off anything in to see another pitch, and you got to tell yourself, try to see it away, whatever you can get.
Varsho the lead runner, Perdomo at first. And Marte needs a moment to readjust. Here comes the 0-2. Popped him up. Max Fried, center of the diamond, says he's got it. He's got it. 2 on, nobody out. And Max Fried pitches out of trouble. Home 6th coming up.
Here at the ballpark celebrating Alumni Weekend and wrapping things up here this evening, the Braves will host the Hank Aaron Invitational, which showcases the top 44 elite high school baseball players from across the country. And it was just a few years ago that Michael Harris was in this showcase, and this afternoon before the game he made it a point to kind of go say hi to all these young men, and I cannot imagine how inspirational his story must be when he's saying, hey guys, I just graduated high school here in Stockbridge, you know, a couple years ago. Now I'm suiting up for the Braves, starting in center field, and you have a chance to do the same thing if you go out and make the most of your opportunity here tonight, right guys?
No question, Kelly, and that's exactly what Michael's been doing this year.
Yeah, he's taken every opportunity. He's ran with it. You wondered if the inexperience was going to get him. Instead, his approach has been outstanding in the defense to go with it. Now hopefully he can get something going.
Michael grounded out his first time up against Merrill Kelly. And all those great looking kids will be participating in the Hank Aaron Invitational after we wrap up the game today. Hope a lot of the fans stick around for that. Ambassador Andrew Young will be here. Billy Aaron will be here. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be here. So our Synovus Get Their feature features the youthful Michael Harris. This is what Michael's done against right-handed pitchers.
Yeah, last 10 games at a 314 clip, and he's hitting 304 with runners in scoring position this year.
In the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What a job by Max Fried. 2 on, nobody out. Arizona can't advance the runners. This has been a pitching clinic. That caught Michael looking, and 8 in a row have been set down by Merrill Kelly. That's strikeout number 6.
Not only that, last inning, Max also caught his own pop-up there to end the inning. As you can see, that pitch nasty. 92 down and away. Got 2 pitchers right now throwing the ball really well.
And here's the last Brave to reach. Ronald with a base hit between the shifted second baseman and shortstop Perdomo. That came in the 3rd inning. And maybe an encouraging sign, Jeff, all that extra work beginning to pay off.
Yeah, and believe at some point you're going to cash in on it.
This one slowly hit toward third. Topspin roller to Rojas. 9 up, 9 down, 2 away for Dansby.
I think Kelly too. Only 66 pitches right now.
Dansby's had a great month, hitting .311 in July. 11 RBIs. And looks to keep the 6th inning alive in front of Matt Olson, who waits on deck. No score. We're in the middle innings. The pitch.
Dansby's blown out and struck out, but he's got 2 or 3 pitches out over the plate that he has just missed. He's also had a nice month of July.
As have the Braves, who are trying to win their 18th and final game of the month against Arizona and complete a sweep. Braves have already won the series here in Atlanta. Need to win this game today to take the season series over the Diamondbacks, 4-2. Center cut made him throw a strike. 2-1. Scorched into left field, a base hit. So once again, Swanson with 2 outs. Jeff swings a magic wand. He's aboard in front of Matt Olson. And that snaps Kelly's streak of 9 up, 9 down, dating back to the Braves' 3rd inning.
He got a changeup. Look at the run on that pitch, but Dansby stayed through it. Nice. Drives it to left field. Only the 3rd hit of the day for the Braves.
So after a sluggish April for Swanson, he's hit over 300 in each of the last 3 months, all while hitting second, or mostly while hitting second for the Braves. He's done serious damage. Let's see if Olson can do the same here. Matt has struck out looking twice. Golf that one foul for a strike.
See, these Braves hitters are having trouble getting the ball in the air. Something they like to do. We saw Contreras both home runs yesterday. What was it? Up, out over the zone, up and kind of let her high. Kelly has really done a nice job of keeping it down.
So how do you attack that?
Well, I mean, it's not easy. I mean, when a guy's doing this, but you got to find a way to get a couple base hits. Maybe not necessarily a home run.
Olson broke out of his mold in his last at bat. Tried to bunt with the first pitch, rolled it foul. Now a foul ball, swing and a miss, has Matt behind 0-2. The way the Braves are pitching, you get the first run, you like your chances. The Braves are 46-8 this year when they score first. Nobody has yet scored in the 6th inning today.
You know, and if they're going to play that shift on you like Matt, if they're going to try to run another changeup or 2-seamer away, we saw him last night poke the ball to left field for a single.
Keep the line moving. You don't mind bringing Riley up with 2 outs. Huge hole left side for Olson. And a 1-2 is pulled to the right side slowly. And the flip to first is in time, and that will retire the side. We go to the 7th. Walker, Kennedy, and McCarthy coming up.
Atlanta Braves Baseball is brought to you by Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Max Fried has been awesome here in Game 3 against the Diamondbacks. Merrill Kelly has been equally tough for the Snakes. And to the 7th we go with a scoreless Game 3. That is Max's line, Jeff. 86 pitches. And he'll face 4, 5, and 6 on the lineup card here in the 7th.
Yeah, see if you can get through this 7th inning. See if your offense can score a run for you. Try to get you on the board. It's been a great start so far by Max. Struck out the first 3 hitters of the game. And after that, though, he's gotten some weak contact.
Max has pitched 6 innings or more in now 5 of his 6 starts in the month of July. And Christian Walker has rolled over twice. He's 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to Riley. 1 ball, no strikes. Fried retired the first 11 batters he saw in the game. The Diamondbacks didn't get their first hit until Jake McCarthy spoiled the fun in the 5th inning with 1 out. And a check swing roller that is just fouled. Arnaud tried to steal it. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Braves bullpen has begun to work as Max is pushing toward 100 pitches on a hot day. Nice crowd in Atlanta. 39,005 paying customers today.
Good crowds all weekend. After all that rain yesterday, still 40 over 41 last night.
Little looper into center field on a 2-1 count, and Christian Walker has his first hit of the series. And for the 2nd inning in a row, the Diamondbacks have put the leadoff man aboard. So after the Phillies conclude play with the Braves on Wednesday, the Braves will fly over 2.2 million in attendance and creep closer to 2.3 million. And our big crowd, you see it on our Xfinity live look cam as Fried back to the stretch with 1 on, nobody out, and Buddy Kennedy the hitter. Might see this guy try to bunt. Way McCarthy swung the bat against the Braves. Not this time. That's foul to the right. Strike 1. That curveball's been a little in and out today, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's gotten a good one when he's trying to strike somebody out, but the get me over for him is kind of just missing arm side and up.
Walker a short lead at first, leaning back toward the first base bag. And no chase on that breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. Sweeps are hard to get no matter your major league opponent. And for the Braves, daytime baseball has been a little tough, surprisingly. First the 2-1 pitch. Missed inside, ball 3. This is the Braves' 35th day game. They're 15-19 in day games this year and need to win this one. Looks like the Mets are going to take care of business in Miami. They're up 6-0 in the middle innings in South Florida. The Braves are 3 back, and Fried needs to make a pitch here. And did. Full count.
94 coming in on him. So the Braves players like to sleep in. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what they like to do. But daytime baseball's been tough. We've got another day game coming up against the Phillies. An earlier start on Wednesday. 3 balls, 2 strikes. See if Walker's running with nobody out. He's not. And a shot right to Arcia. That is an easy double play. Kennedy barreled that ball, but the Braves were positioned perfectly.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better one-hop bullet right to Arcia. Flips it to Dansby. Easy throw over to Matt Olson.
So McCarthy is the final hope in the 7th inning. On the ground, just out of reach of Matt Olson. And McCarthy has his 2nd hit against Max Fried. He's got 2 of their 4 knocks in total. And the inning continues with Jordan Luplow coming up. And so at 97 high stress pitches, looks like Brian Snitker's going to play matchup here with Luplow coming up. He'll go righty righty. At least that's the thought. Snit makes his way to the mound. Has he made the signal?
Could have been, who you bringing in? Now let me get him.
Max Fried has earned the benefit of the doubt, hasn't he? Snit's done this a couple of times this year. He did it with Kyle Wright. It paid big dividends. I think he did it with Fried early in the season.
He has a couple times, and I think that's, you know, I want to talk about giving your ace, you know, some confidence. It's going out there, asking him if he wants to get this guy, how he feels. I think it also, it's Max being honest too, though. You know, at times, if you're telling him I feel great every single time,
and you don't have great results.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's a, you know, the old gate swings 2 ways. Don't tell the manager what you want him to hear. Tell him the truth. So Fried stays in the game to face Luplow, who's a home run threat. And that pushed him off the plate, ball 1.
I think that's the big thing. Look, it's a low average for Luplow, 173 for Luplow, but he's got the power.
And you've got Varsho, a left-hand hitter, waiting on deck with a man aboard and 2 outs. Good take. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Check of the runner. Here it is. Up and in. Good discipline by Luplow. Colin McHugh and Dylan Lee were the Braves relievers getting ready. You've got Lee ready for Varsho, or if you want, you can leave Max in to face him. First, the 3-0 pitch. Had him picked off and just did get back.
Boy, wouldn't that have been some way to end the inning?
Not quite far enough to get the tag on in time. As you'd expect, McCarthy shortens up his lead by a half step. Big pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Again to first. Max is ready again. Here it is. The 3-1. Back in the count. He's had an uncanny ability of doing that today, Jeff. Can he finish off his man and end this inning?
He's got back 2 good fastballs to get back in this count.
Pitch 103 coming from Max Fried. McCarthy leads at first with 2 outs and draws another throw.
I don't think McCarthy's going anywhere until he goes to the home plate right here. Does not want to get picked off.
So we'll try again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still plenty of heat on that fastball at 96.
I say last 3 pitches have been 94, 95, 96.
We'll try again with a 3-2. Popped him up. Matt Olson says he's got it. Arcia calls him off. Inning over. Max Fried, magnificent through 7 scoreless innings. What a way to send us to the stretch. That's presented by Synovus. Peter Moylan, Trevor Scales are standing by after we enjoy a great rendition of God Bless America here in Atlanta. John Barry will perform the duties before a big crowd of 39,005. Max Fried pitched like an ace for Atlanta. And you might recall many years ago, a young left-hander said, just get me a run.
Well, that's what he needs.
That was Tom Glavine in the World Series, and perhaps Max will get it today.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
The Stretch is brought to you by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Welcome into The Stretch, presented by Synovus. Trevor Scales, Peter Moylan outside kicking it on the battery with you. And the fast starts by our Braves starting pitching has been the essence of this alumni weekend winning streak that we've put together. 19 2/3 innings of just 2-run ball by your starters thus far.
Max has just basically capped off what an amazing performance by our starters in this series. Started off with Kyle Wright on Friday, pitched into the 6th inning with such efficiency, got into the 7th, probably could have pitched through it, but had some great relief work, help him out. Then Saturday night, we had the turnaround of the year by Ian Anderson, comes out and just dominates. His fastball was the key, not the changeup, not the curveball, a great fastball on Saturday night. And then we go to today, Maximus, our ace, our savior, our king. He was exactly what we needed today. 7 innings and just got out of 2 absolute jams that we've not seen, and made a P1 or a catch from the middle of the infield and just stood there like all athletes should.
I just love that how Peter just dreams about being a guy like Max Fried, like in a past life, without question. Let's get you to some more Braves baseball after a quick word from our friends at Synovus.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus. Get there.
Great job by Max Fried. Fellas, great job with the stretch. That's an amazing number. In this series, the Braves starters, Jeff, 2 earned runs in 19 2/3 innings out of the starting staff.
Well, they've done their work, and only great job by Max. You talk your manager and stay in the game. You get to a 3-0 count, and you come back and make 4 quality pitches. Give you 7 innings, 4 hits. Only, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Great outing. Now, you got to find a way to push a run across the board, and the right guy at the right time with Austin Riley coming up, who is our stats with Lowe's. You'll see this month, first pitch is in the zone. Averaging exit velo lead all of MLB this month, and his last 162 games, you said it last night, Chip, 45 home runs.
And needs 1 more extra base hit to break Hank Aaron's franchise record for extra base hits in a month. This has been a game where the starters have said, anything you can do, I can do better. Kelly and Fried have been brilliant. Two balls, no strikes. You can understand the care with which they pitch Austin Riley, as hot as he has been. Three and 0. See if the Braves can get a leadoff man on. That's happened once. It was Austin Riley, a leadoff double in the second.
That's what Kelly really went to work after that half inning.
Green light, 3-0, fouled back. And here is a look at Austin's spray chart for the month of July.
Yeah, our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Look at that. 18 singles, but you got 14 doubles, 11 home runs. Bunch to dead center, left field.
That is just foul down the third base line. That was close.
Yes. Let's see another pitch that is tough to get that ball up. You know, that's why you saw Austin on 3-0 take a shot.
Well, Kelly's pitch count very reasonable. His next one's number 80. So we haven't been able to get him out of the game yet. 3-2 count. Squibber off the end of the bat. Near collision at short. Pegged to first. Close spot in time. And Austin Riley is out. Nice comeback for Kelly, who was behind in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Eddie Rosario is coming up. He's 0 for 2. August 2nd, the Phillies are here. It's Tuesday night. Big Eastern Division matchup, and we'll celebrate Eddie's great work in the National League Championship Series last year with his bobblehead night. The first 15,000 fans will receive that giveaway, and it's courtesy of Delta Airlines. Check out all the additional giveaways left on the Braves home schedule at Braves.com. Four, 5, and 6 coming up for the Braves in the 7th.
Yeah, a lot of times in a game like this, it's that one pitch, one mistake, one swing for a home run. And right now you talk about favoring the Braves. 44 home runs from the 7th inning on, leads National League.
So for the second straight batter, Jeff, Kelly has gone 3-0. Let's not let him off the hook here with Rosario.
Now you wonder too if the heat's starting to get to him a little bit. Even though you haven't thrown a lot of pitches, it's still very hot down there on that field. Humid.
There we go. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Go ahead, run aboard for the Braves. 1 out. Darno is coming up. And I think you make a good point. It isn't the heat, it's the humidity. After all, they play in Arizona where it's 115 degrees.
Yeah, but you're inside.
Correct.
You ain't got the roof open in July.
Well, Darno earned the first of the 2 walks issued by Merrill Kelly. He struck out in the 5th inning on a nasty pitch. Let's see if Darno can split a gap. They give him the left center field alley, as that's popped foul for a strike. Travis is still throwing out his hits, but it's been a while since he's had an extra base hit.
Be a good time for it.
15 doubles, 11 homers for Braves catcher. Nothing in 1. I'm told Kelly has a very quick and deceptive pickoff move, and you can see that in the way Rosario's getting back. This is a right-handed pitcher making that close.
Kind of flat-footed, not seeing it.
Dr. No Halgalima, our great stat man, tells us July 6th, the last date of Darno's extra base work at the plate. And he's down to his last strike. It's 0-2. Looks like Dylan Lee will be the next Braves pitcher after Max Fried got out of the 7th. He'll have the bottom part of the Arizona order coming up. Still some work to do here. 2 strikes.
You can see now towards the end of the game he's emptying everything. This sequence so far: sinker, then cutter, and then changeup on that pitch that he pulled.
And his stuff has been so good, Jeff, there's nothing for the hitters to say, well, he can't throw that for a strike. Very impressive performance against this Atlanta offense. He almost threw that down the right field line. Good play by Walker to save an error. Again, a mistake doesn't have to be in the strike zone. You can make one defensively too. A ball and 2 strikes. Rosario at first. 2 out. 7 strikeouts for Kelly. It's up to Contreras if the Braves are to keep the inning alive.
That's a tough pitch. 93 sink. Look at that. It's tough to even foul off.
As great as the TV camera work is, television doesn't do a pitch like that justice, does it?
Not when you're sitting up there at the plate and you know he's got a good cutter and a changeup too. And there's a reason he's on a nice run right now.
Well, Contreras has a big hole on the right side. He's shown the ability to hit the ball the other way. Need to keep the line moving here in a scoreless game.
Got him on a curveball. Yeah, he's got 5 opposite field home runs this year. You know, he had 0 last year, so you can tell he's done a much better job of using all fields.
Pitch number 90. And strike number 2.
So that's a pitch you see out of his hand. You know, there's not much you can do. You see this season, the Braves have been outstanding with 2 outs and 2 strikes. They've been able to get the big hit. You get the feeling right now Kelly's going to have to make a mistake.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Merrill Kelly. He and Max Fried brilliant through 7 innings in game 3.
Dylan Lee taking over here in the 8th, wrapping up a terrific afternoon for Max Fried. And we've certainly been seeing Brian Snitker turn to Lee in some of these more high leverage, meaningful innings. And one thing he said is, you know, he's going to throw strikes. In 21 straight innings pitched, he has not walked a guy. How about that for being consistent? And in asking Dylan the other day, just what's been the biggest difference for him this year aside from confidence? It's obvious we see that on the mound, right, guys? But he told me one of the things he's been working on for quite a while, but has really done a better job of is the slider, which I think at times he said is also being charted kind of as a curveball. But he said it's been a lot sharper for me, and it's clearly allowed those other two pitches to play a lot better. But Frenchie, I want you to expand on that a little bit. Why maybe the slider for him? He's telling me other guys see it as a curve. Just in general, what that pitch has sort of allowed him to do with the rest of his arsenal.
Yeah, Kelly, well, I think Dylan is able to subtract from it. He's able to add, subtract, depending if it's a lefty, righty. And one thing, you know, if you're a right-handed hitter up there and you're not worried about a ball in, you're starting to dive out over the plate, get your sight set. For Dylan, he's got a good little fastball too that can run. So now you're worried about the ball in and running away, and it makes it a tough AB. I mean, he has been outstanding.
3 straight scoreless appearances for Dylan Lee. You go all the way back to July the 11th against the Mets. He's only given up 1 run in his last 6 outings. That covers 8 1/3 innings and 5 hits.
Bunch of strikeouts too.
13 of them in that 8 1/3 inning stretch. So it's been myriad roles for Dylan. Multi-innings, come in, mop up an inning, now start an inning with the bottom part of the order coming up. And with Varsho, Perdomo, a switch hitter, and then Mr. Kelly. That's off the netting foul by Dalton. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But you keep pitching the way he has pitched, he's not going to be mopping up any more innings. He's in some good, obviously, just this example, he's in a game where if you get called on first out after your ace just went 7 innings, it tells you everything you need to know about how your manager feels about you. So he's throwing 293, 94 up in the zone, so he can either go back there or he can throw that off-speed pitch away, try to get a swing and a miss.
Fastball right on by. Varsho strikes out for the 2nd time. Lee gets the all-important first batter in a scoreless game. 1 out.
Even when you miss location, as long as you get that fastball a little bit up where he wanted it, he was able to get it right by him.
So keep an eye on Perdomo. He tried to sacrifice in the 6th inning, but his bunt was so good it died on the grass and turned into a single. Riley even with the bag and guarding the line at 3rd. And this one slapped into center, but right at Harris. 2 quick outs. Back to the top of the order, and Kelly is coming up on a beautiful Hyundai Sunday in Atlanta. The Diamondbacks and Braves from Truist Park. Off day tomorrow. The Phillies are here Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon as we wrap up a quick 5-game homestand. Braves are trying to sweep away Arizona, a team that's come to Atlanta, Jeff, and played the Braves very tough in this ballpark in the last couple of years.
Yeah, you think about the Phillies too. All the talk's been the Braves and the Mets. You know, they're kind of raising their hands saying we're not out of it yet either. So
Phillies neck and neck with the Cardinals for one of the last wild card spots. And that's another GM I think that people will pay close attention to, Dave Dombrowski.
He's not afraid to pull off a big trade sometimes.
And the Phillies will get Bryce Harper back at some point. And the goal now for the teams that are way behind in their division races is simple. Get in the tournament, because that's the beauty of postseason baseball. Anything can happen. After all, the Braves weren't favored in any of their matchups last year in postseason play, but they ended up winning the World Series. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's way high for Carson Kelly, the catcher, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Marlins are trying to come back at home against the Mets. It's 7-3 New York. That game is in the 8th inning. Jeff mentioned the Phillies. They lead the Pirates 8-1 in the 7th. Here we're scoreless in the 8th. And ball 4 on 5 pitches, and Josh Rojas will come up with a man aboard.
Yeah, missed on that changeup. A little bit up in the zone. Not like anything, knowing you got the lefty on deck in a 0-0 game in the 8th inning, the last thing you want to do, Chip, is groove one in there.
Braves have made 2 good defensive plays on Rojas. One by Arcia up the middle at second base in the 4th inning. And then Rosario made a nice catch on Josh in the 7th. He struck out his first time up.
Ooh. There's that curveball that Kelly was talking about. And you see, I mean, just to look at it, it kind of backed up there. He's pitching with so much confidence, too. You love how, as if you're a position player behind him, he gets the ball and he works. You love that.
Pitching the story of this game 3, just 7 combined hits. Rojas with 2 outs. Now down to his last strike.
Now what the advantage Dylan has, he's thrown 3 curveballs to him. So he's got 94, 95 running. Or he can try to go off the plate a little more with that curveball.
Lefty-lefty matchup with a 1-2 pitch. Fly ball left, right at Rosario, who steps back and makes the catch. Good work by Dylan Lee. We go to the home 8th. We mentioned the name Kirby Yates earlier. He is on his minor league rehab. Those are his very impressive numbers, Jeff. You got to take note of that ERA. Yates has been a premier closer in the major leagues, an all-star 3 years ago. And we mentioned with the trade deadline coming up, I think it's perfect timing for the Braves to see where Kirby Yates is in his Tommy John rehab and how quickly he can become a part of this very good Braves bullpen.
Yeah, look, if you end up getting a guy at the trade deadline for the bullpen and Kirby back, you get 2 guys. That's kind of what you want. He's been outstanding. Everybody knows how good he has been. Hopefully he's back healthy. Looks like Ian Kennedy might be asking for a little help with the mound.
Yeah, while we had that graphic up, Kennedy was using his right hand and kind of making a flipping seesaw type motion. I think he was saying his landing foot was not stable as he tries to work on that front slope of the pitcher's mound. So Ed Mangan and the ground crew will come out and do some maintenance work. And while they get the front slope fixed to Ian Kennedy's liking, we will step aside quickly for a word from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
And that is as deep as the Grand Canyon, isn't it? Look at that trench dug by Dylan Lee, Max Fried, and Merrill Kelly.
Man, it goes to show you how hard the mounds are just from them poking at it there. They're going to add it, try to flatten it out.
So they'll pour some more of that clay in there and get things stable for Ian Kennedy. It was certainly stable for Max Fried, who's sitting in the Braves dugout talking things over with Charlie Morton. Speaking of Charlie, when the Mets are here August 15th, that's a Monday night, It's Charlie Morton bobblehead night presented by Napa Auto Parts. As we've mentioned before, go to Braves.com/promos. As if you didn't need enough incentive to come to the ballpark. It's the Braves, it's the Mets, and you get a Charlie Morton bobblehead too if you're one of the first 15,000 fans here on Monday, August the 15th.
If anybody at home thinks it's just throwing some dirt down and going, there's an art to this, Chip.
So you water down the mound, you pour some of that clay in there, you wet it down again, you get that big implement, you tamp on the dirt a little more, add some more clay,
and then you play ball.
Then you have that poor gentleman in the front of the mound who's got to pick up all the spare chunks of clay that were dug out in the first place. It truly is an art form to make sure that you manicure the mound the way that your home starters and relievers like it. And just what Ed and his great staff need is a little extra work after all the rain we've dealt with here the last several days in Atlanta. And Ed's going to do some work right in front of the pitcher's plate as well, just in case Kennedy has any issue there. So while the mound maintenance continues, we wrap up our series with the Diamondbacks today. An off day for all of us, and then the Phillies come to town for a brief two-game series. Strider and Morton, the pitchers in the first two games. Our coverage Tuesday starts at 6:30 Eastern on Bally Sports South and the Bally Sports app. As always, Braves baseball is brought to you by our friends at Truist. Wonder if this will have any effect on Kennedy. He was hot out of the bullpen, came in, and he's had to stand around for 4 or 5 minutes waiting to get things to his liking.
It's like icing the kicker, and then we're doing a good job.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you want the mound fixed? We'll make you wait.
So let's see if Kennedy finds that acceptable. And look, this isn't gamesmanship by Kennedy. It's his career. He could mess himself up if he...
It's a 0-0 ball game, too. It
lands awkwardly.
10-1.
Yeah, wants to make sure it's in good shape. So good work by Ed and the staff as Kennedy begins to warm up. Kennedy was activated on July 21st from the injured list. He had some calf inflammation. 4-3 this year, 4 saves. All of them have come on the road. Mark Melanson is their closer. If Ian Kennedy would get some interest if the Arizona Diamondbacks wanted to move him. He's been around a long time.
He got moved to the Phillies last year at the deadline. He's going to come with that, you know, years ago he was more 95, you know, coming with that fastball. Now he'll mix that curveball in a little bit more. But again, a veteran reliever that you would imagine would draw interest from some teams.
So he will follow Merrill Kelly, who is outstanding. 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball. He walked 2, struck out 8. This was just a wonderful pitching performance from Max Fried and Merrill Kelly today. So neither one of them will factor in the decision. It's a battle of the bullpens as Orlando Arcia leads off the Braves' 8th, a scoreless game. And low from Kennedy. 1 ball, no strikes. Popped up. That's out towards second. Kennedy drifts back and battles the skies and makes the catch. Arcia is retired. He's out number 1.
And that's the thing with Kennedy. He's going to give you some fastballs to hit. He's got some good rise on it, and you'll see him get a lot of fly balls.
One thing that he'll do, as you said, fly balls. 4 of them have left the ballpark on the road for Kennedy. One of those would be nice here in the 8th inning. In a scoreless game, maybe Harris can get to 10 homers right here. And Money Mike takes low. 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's my point right there. You see 2 fastballs center cut at 94. Takes one, misses one. You're kind of looking at home. How's he not hitting that? He's got good deception, good life on his fastball.
A lot of these Braves hitters have good numbers against Kennedy. Trying to get Mike to chase there, who's facing him for the very first time. And another thing that's been so great about Harris is late innings, he's been a terrific clutch hitter. See if he can come through with a 2-strike knock here. Get on base any way you can with Acuna and Swanson lurking for the Braves. Not to be. A swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 outs. And top of the order, Ronald Acuna coming up. Like Michael Harris, Acuna has never seen Kennedy before, believe it or not.
You know, we've talked about him getting on time. We've seen a lot better. Maybe he can get one of these fastballs and time it up.
If you hit it squarely, you got to hit it under radar if you're going the other way. The wind blowing in from right toward the Arizona dugout. Perfect pitch. Strike 1.
See the big shift they're playing on Ronald. I'm telling you, he's a hitter sometimes. You remember Richard Rodriguez, who was with us last year? Same kind of thing. Here's fastball, and you think, okay, he's got to throw something else, and here it comes again.
Kelly shaking his head as Kennedy comes to the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Ronald's got it back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Trying to paint that down and away on Ronald on the last 2 pitches.
Ronald's last homer July 8th. He is due. The 2-2. Struck him out inside corner, and that will retire the side. We go to the 9th inning. No score.
Baseball is brought to you by the GMC Sierra Heavy Duty Truck and by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity.
Regardless, as we head to the 9th, and Kenley Jansen taking over, which is certainly a good sight after seeing the last pitch he threw on Friday night kind of grabbed at his back, and yesterday was down. Granted, he had thrown a little over 30 pitches, but he said he certainly felt tightness. They did a lot of treatment. He was wearing a heating pad yesterday in the clubhouse, and today, before the game, came out here and kind of went through long toss with Eddie Perez. And afterwards, I kind of saw him in the dugout, and he said, I feel good. And so today, guys, being back out here is certainly a good sign for Kenley Jansen.
And a good sign for the Braves. Kelly, need Kenley healthy and ready to go as the schedule takes an even more dramatic turn beginning in August.
Yeah, and you know what? You look at Kenley, a guy, he's been through everything. A lot of years closing, so he probably knows. He's had that done before. Thinks, man, if I give it a day, really just rest it, do nothing, come out, stretch it, I'll be okay. And it's good to see him back out there. See if we can hold him and then walk it off.
Love the way you think. Ketel Marte will lead off, then Walker, then Kennedy versus Kenley Jansen in a scoreless 9th inning. Boy, what a treat to watch a well-pitched game like this today. First pitch, soft fly ball to right. Riley was in the rover spot. Acuna calls him off. And one pitch, one out, retires Marte.
Yeah, great job, too. Knowing you got a guy like Marte, you faced him. He's an aggressive hitter, and he throws first pitch slider. Gets him out in front. He was trying to rush a heater.
Christian Walker is 1 for 8 in his career against Jansen with 4 strikeouts. Won't mention what the hit was. He's 1 for 3 in today's game, a 7th inning single. Alec Thomas has grabbed a bat. He's going to pinch hit for Buddy Kennedy here in the 9th inning with 1 out. What we noticed about Kenley the other night was everything was up.
Yeah.
I guess he just couldn't get extension with that back stiffening up on him. He does look a lot looser. There's a little more life on that fastball and cutter. 94 miles an hour on that cut fastball to Walker here in this sequence with an even count. Drop that baby in, a slider. 1-2.
That's 2 of them now we've seen. Out of 4 pitches, 2 sliders. So you like that, mixing it up a little bit on these hitters. He did quite a bit of that in the second half. He had a nice run last year. He started throwing that slider more, trying to get hitters off that cutter.
A ball and 2 strikes. And off to our right. Again, the crowd 39,005 today. Hope for big crowds on Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Get your mustaches out, folks. Spencer Strider pitches on Tuesday. After a brilliant performance up in Philadelphia, he'll face the Phillies for a 2nd consecutive start. And we'll have both games for you here on Bally Sports to wrap up what's been a very successful homestand so far for the Braves. Did you ever go through back issues? You ever have those in the major leagues?
I did, and I was lucky. I do now every morning when I get up, but not when I play.
That's what coffee is for, Jeff.
Well, yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Loosen up.
With the bases empty for Christian Walker, the first baseman for Arizona. Got him to chase. First strikeout for Jansen. 2 men are out.
He has the ability to climb the ladder. We saw him get a strikeout to end the game Friday night on that pitch. You think it's going to come down, it looks good, and it just stays there on that plane, and you can't catch up to it.
So Alec Thomas will pinch hit. Buddy Kennedy went 0 for 3 and hit into a double play offensively today. And out goes Travis d'Arnaud to strategize for Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, just make sure you're on the same plan. 0-0 game.
Thomas is 0 for the series, 0 for 7.
Now let's keep it that way.
2 outs on 7 pitches for Kenley Jansen. And upstairs, ball 1. A no drama 9th would be nice from Kenley Jansen. Matt Olson hugs the line with the left-hand hitter up against the Braves closer. Ooh, oh man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take that call again if you want to throw it right there.
Yeah, just not against our hitters.
No.
2 balls and a strike for Thomas, who did not argue the call, didn't even look back at Adam Beck, who's the home plate umpire. I don't think Kenley liked the location on that pitch. 3-1 the count.
Now you think about all 4 pitches this at bat have been way up.
And the man that swung the bat the best for Arizona is the man on deck, and that is Jake McCarthy. Three-one pitch. And into the sun-splashed seats to our left. It's a full count.
So that was a good pitch. Kept that one down.
This crowd wants a 0 in the top of the 9th and a walk-off win in the bottom half. The Braves have the right guys coming up. Their 2, 3, 4 hitters are due after Jansen wraps things up. The pitch. He lost him. Ball 4, and the inning continues. So the Braves have issued 4 walks in the game. 3 of them have come with 2 outs.
I saw Kenley Friday night walk 2, tonight 1. So very pinpoint control. That one got away from him.
I would be careful with this guy. 2 hits for McCarthy, who's hitting .346 in his last 17 games. He's had an excellent approach in this series with 5 hits. Thomas has a good lead at first. He's 4 out of 5 in stolen bases this year with 2 outs. Arizona, Jeff, might try to manufacture a run any way they can.
You know, last 6 seasons, 52 of 53 against Jansen. So he did get somebody.
wonder who that was. We'll have to find that out. The pitch. Big breaking ball in for a strike.
Could have been BMAC in an interleague game.
I knew that was coming. Well, it's an exclusive. It's an exclusive club. No balls, one strike for Jake McCarthy. Scoreless game, ninth inning. No balls and a strike. Runner goes. Good jump. Pitch is low. The throw to second. A strike and got him. He came off the bat.
Now that's another way to get him. Couldn't keep his foot on the bag. Thomas had it stolen. Good job by Dansby going right back to it to put that tag on the foot.
Arizona's going to go ahead and take a look here. Why not? The entire Braves team has come off the field except for Kenley Jansen. Tyrone Taylor was the lone man thrown out in this 6-year stretch against Kenley Jansen.
Arizona is challenging the out call at second base.
Look at the bullpen. Mark Melanson's coming out of the background.
Terrific job by d'Arnaud. Tough pitch to handle. Throw a little high. He had the bag stolen, but right there.
Right there, he got him. He had it, and then right there.
Yep, he's out.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
So Thomas had the base stolen, but he couldn't hold the bag. Kenley Jansen is out of the ninth inning, and the Braves 2, 3, 4 hitters are coming up. Swanson, Olson, and Riley. Hey, let's walk off and wrap up Alumni Weekend in grand style, shall we? Smart play at second, keeping the tag on Alec Thomas, who overslid to end the top of the ninth inning. And Swanson will lead off against his former teammate, Arizona closer Mark Melancon.
And bringing him in this scoreless game, try to get it to a 10th inning. He said the former Brave. 8 of his last 10 games have been scoreless. Going to come with that cutter and big curveball.
Changes for Arizona. Thomas stays in the game to play center. Varsho slides over to right field, and Sergio Alcantara in the game to play second. That's down the right field line. Foul for Swanson. Strike one. So there's the Arizona defensive lineup behind Mark Melancon, who's been a terrific big league closer, a couple of super years with the Braves.
He's one of those guys, nothing overpowering. He's just really over the years been really good at being able to hit that cutter on spots and then work that curveball off that pitch. Started 2 knuckle curves against Dansby.
On the ground to short. And the long throw is on the money. Swanson's retired. 1 away in the Braves' ninth. Here's Matt Olson. It's just proof you don't have to throw hard to be successful. Melancon doesn't by today's standards, Jeff, but pinpoint control and soft contact. So it's Olson's turn. Matt has faced Melancon twice. He's made an out. He's walked. What you love is Austin Riley is coming up. He's 3 for 3 against Mark. Melanson goes to work. The pitch. Shot to left field. A base hit. Winning run is on here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Olsen picked on the first one, and now Melanson's attention will be distracted with Riley coming up.
And he's going through the big part of the lineup here. 2, 3, 4. Great job by Matt Olsen. Gets that cutter out over the plate. Doesn't try to pull it this time. Drives it in the left field.
As I said, Riley 3 for 3 in his career against Melanson. Austin 1 for 3 at the plate today with a double, tying him with Hank Aaron for most extra base hits in a month. Another extra base here might walk us off. Crowd chanting MVP for Riley. Line drive right center field. That ball's down. It's up against the fence. Olsen around second. On his way to third. They're going to wave him. Here comes the throw. And it's going to be late. And the Braves win it. Sixth walk-off win for the Braves, second by Austin Riley, who sets a new franchise record for extra base hits in the month, surpassing Henry Aaron, and the Braves sweep the Diamondbacks 1-0. Wow.
Couldn't even get it out of my mouth. I was about to say those are the moments that get you the MVP. Big moments in games like this. Huge double to the right center gap. First pitch, same pitch he went to Dansby, got him to roll over. Austin Riley stays inside of it, splits the gap in right center. And I think, first of all, that put a stamp on Player of the Month for Austin Riley in July. And more importantly, gets a huge sweep for the Atlanta Braves to keep pace with the New York Mets.
Yeah, Austin Riley, the first Brave since Chipper Jones to hit over 400 with 10 or more home runs in a month. And Matt Olsen with a gleeful headfirst slide into the plate as the Braves win a great Major League Baseball game by a 1-0 final score. Jeff, what a way to go into the off day.
Unbelievable. Keeps coming through in the clutch.
So Kenley Jansen picks up the win. Mark Melanson takes the loss. And Austin Riley, who's going to be the Player of the Month in the National League, is standing by with Kelly Kroll.
Well, Austin, sorry. I'm sorry, I gave that one away, didn't I?
Yeah, you know.
Well, Austin, you're facing a former teammate, Mark Melanson. You were 3 for 3 against him heading into that AB. But on the first pitch, walk us through what you're looking for.
Just, something I can drive. And I'm a big believer in staying on the fastball, and that's what I do, and he's able to put a barrel on it.
What's it feel like to have, 40,000 here today chanting MVP?
That's pretty awesome. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to help the ball club win, and any way I can do that, whether it's defense, offensively, just trying to get a W.
We've been asking you a lot this week about your extra base hits this month, and you knew you were getting really close to making history, and you did surpass Hank Aaron here today with that one right there to win this game. But to know you've etched your name in history with someone who means what he meant to this franchise, how can you put that into words?
No words. Not only this franchise, what he's mean to baseball and outside of baseball. I call myself very fortunate to be able to spend a little bit of time with Hank, and to be, right beside him is pretty special.
We'll celebrate this sweep, Austin. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Kelly. That bucket of ice water is the only thing that's been able to cool off Austin Riley, Jeff, in July. And now we turn our attention to August, where the Braves will take on the Philadelphia Phillies on Tuesday.
Yeah, two of the best players on your team showed up today. Max Fried, 7 innings pitched, turned it over to the bullpen, and Austin Riley again. Going to be the Player of the Month. And I'll say it again, these are the moments when you look at MVP late in the year, how did you were able to carry a team, and that's what he did today. Really this whole series and this month.
And we say it all the time. There are several days on the calendar of a championship season where you circle the date. Well, circle this one.
Yep.
The Braves found a way to win a game down to their last 3 outs, 1-0 over the Diamondbacks, and complete a 3-game sweep and win the season series on a fantastic finish to Alumni Weekend here in Atlanta. The Braves are flying high, and they'll hope that continues with the Phillies on Tuesday night. Join us at 6:30 for our coverage here on Valley Sports. Spencer Strider will open up the series for the Braves. He was dynamite up at Citizens Bank Park in his last start. Jeffrey, enjoy your day off. A lot of fun.
Yeah, you too. Let's get well rested.
You got it. Trevor and Peter will cap things off for us on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. 1-0 your final in Atlanta on this sunny Sunday.